What up, guys? Welcome to Magic Mike and the Swag.
Part 2.
Part 2. This is Magic Mike. I'm the Swag. And we are continuing our series of starting five, the best starting five of every franchise in the NBA, right? So we started off with the Knicks. That was our last video. Today we're talking about the Pistons, right?
Yep, Pistons.
So we're going to go over the best point guard ever played for the Pistons, best two guards, so on, and we're going to give you a six-man just cuz, right? In case someone gets hurt, we need to have somebody on the bench, right? Yep. So, without further ado, you want to lead us off with this one?
Well, I think we all know who the point guard of the future is for the Knicks, or Pistons.
Yeah.
Isaiah Thomas.
Isaiah Thomas. How can you go wrong with Zeke?
We need him to come back, right?
Come back?
Yeah, he needs to lead the Pistons to the glory now these days.
Right. I don't even think Isaiah Thomas could help them.
You don't think so?
At like 50-something years old, 60 years old?
Okay, but if we're having... Let's think about this real quick, though. Prime Isaiah Thomas
with
their squad
unreal.
right now?
Unreal.
Absolutely.
He'd be...
Drummond, Griffin, Stanley.
He would be arguably the best point guard in the league.
You think so?
He's probably... Yeah.
Okay.
Isaiah Thomas, unreal. Just killer instinct. Obviously led that team to two finals championships, three finals appearances. Anyway, Isaiah Thomas, starting point guard, which is kind of a knock because they won the championship another time with another point guard who was good at hitting big shots and so here's where it gets a little controversial. We can't slight Chauncey Billups. You got the two best players in this franchise playing the same. Yeah. Anyway, so Chauncey, we're going to put you at number 2. Mr. Big Shot, won a Finals MVP, won another ring for the city of Detroit. There was a lot of good two guards to play for the Pistons. No offense to Joe Dumars, who was a stud, and he was a great sidekick to Isaiah Thomas. But Chauncey, Mr. Big Shot, Finals MVP, led that gritty team to an upset over that super Lakers team with Karl Malone, Gary Payton. Yep. That alone, Chauncey, you're a two guard. Good luck with this starting spot. That's you're welcome. Small forward. This was the easiest probably choice to put on this list. Grant Hill.
Okay.
Before that nasty ankle injury, dude was unreal. I mean, they were saying he's going to be the next Jordan. He was going to take the mantle as the next best player. Kind of LeBron before LeBron, a nice big forward who could kind of facilitate and run the break and pass and dunk and shoot and do a little bit of everything. Grant Hill, you're our starting 3. And try to get you a better medical staff. Now we're going to our starting power forward.
Okay.
Rasheed
Wallace.
Right? Again, with that upset underdog team, Chauncey won the Finals MVP and was Mr. Big Shot, but Rasheed Wallace was doing everything. He was blocking shots. He was guarding Shaq's half the time. He was stepping out, hitting threes. Dude was unreal. There was one stretch where he went off for 14 points in like a 5-minute span, and it was just giving him a little bit of everything. He was doing he did a dream shake. He did a step back 3. He's dunking on people. Rasheed Wallace, unreal. You're our 4. All right. Here's where it gets a little messy, right?
Yes.
And here's where there's could be some arguments that lie. There are 3, potentially 4. Drummond doesn't deserve to be in this conversation,
no.
But we got a decision to make here, and I think there's a clear-cut winner.
Okay.
There's not as much footage on this guy. And there's not, again, he wasn't anchoring any defenses on these championship teams. But Bob Lanier, not Bill Lanier, Bob Lanier, back in the day was doing work. 22 points a game, 11 rebounds. The guy was a stud. He was unreal. He was leading that squad, and they didn't win a title, but he was holding it down. So no offense to Bill Lanier, no offense to Ben Wallace.
Okay.
Right? Because I love me some Big Ben.
I think we're just disrespecting the Ben Wallace poster right there.
We got Big Ben.
I mean, look at that over Jefferson.
Yeah. Ben Wallace, awesome. And again, if we're talking about the best defensive player to play for this team,
Ben Wallace.
Ben Wallace, maybe Dennis Rodman, but we love both those guys.
Yeah.
But this is an all-time team. No slight to them. Bob Lanier started center.
Yep.
All right. Now we got our sixth man.
Okay.
Okay. So we talked about Dennis Rodman.
Okay.
Right. Love Dennis Rodman.
Absolutely.
Right? And if we're talking about true bench players, he's our guy, right? Because there was a point in time when he was coming off the bench. But there's a player that was better than Dennis Rodman for the Pistons. And it's not Ben Wallace either.
Oh, man.
It's not Rip Hamilton, right? Love me some Rip Hamilton. It's not even Joe Dumars.
Okay.
Right? Joe Dumars was great. But Dave Bing, right? 60s, 70s, this is throwing it way back. Another 20-plus point game scorer. Did a little bit of everything. The legend, Dave Bing, as our two-guard coming off the bench. We probably should have started this guy, but
can't beat out Billups.
Yeah. So anyway, that's our list. You have any qualms with it?
No, I like it. I really like the Ben Wallace pick. I think Ben Wallace is definitely the best defensive player on that list by far.
Okay.
I do think Ben Wallace honestly would have been pretty good off the bench as well.
Right. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. So and then we want to give a shout out to Vinny Johnson, the microwave. Also, great six-man coming off the bench that could just heat up in the clutch and get you some points when it mattered most. Wasn't as versatile as Robin or Big Ben, but yeah, we're just a shout out to him. We're not showing any shade towards him. So again, that was our list for the Pistons. As these lists go on and on and on, they're getting a little bit more controversial, right? This one was kind of
easier to make.
Exactly. So excited for next video. So subscribe, hit the little bell thing for notifications, and we'll see you next video. All right? Peace.